Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Boland. Thank you all for joining me. The things Democrats do to get people to vote, at least today, the Democrats of today, to get people to vote, is outrageous. It's outrageous. The statements that they make, okay, if they're going to try to make an argument, they'll make something ridiculous. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Stacey Abrams right now. That woman that basically said in a panel, I believe on CNN, that, as a matter of fact, let me make sure that I get that right. Make sure that I get that right, because I don't want to misquote what she said, because we're going to get into this article. She suggested fetal heartbeats are a manufactured sound designed to control a woman's body. This is what this woman was saying. Designed to the heartbeat of the baby at 6 weeks old is a manufactured sound designed to control the woman's body. Let's get into this article and see exactly what she's talking about. This is just, the way I see it, this is just absolutely insane. If anybody vote for this woman, I mean, I feel real bad for her. But let me read that again. Georgia Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams aired her abortion extremism this week when she suggested fetal heartbeats are a, quote, manufactured sound designed to control a woman's body. In other words, some conservatives and Republicans made that up so that they can find a way to control a woman's body. Try to make logical sense out of that statement. Just try and see how much that makes sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Why do these Democrats keep holding on to this idea that Republicans want to control women's bodies? These Republicans ain't bit more thinking about these women's bodies than two left shoes. Come on, man. This is just ridiculous. It's the silliest, most insane thing I've ever heard. She goes on to say, there is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks, she said before a panel. It is a manufactured sound designed to convince people men have a right to take control of a woman's body. No wonder you losing. No wonder this woman lost the first time around. And she wants to run with this kind of campaign. Let's go on and see what else she has to say. Abrams was undoubtedly taking aim at the 2019 Georgia law that banned most abortions in the state after doctors can detect a fetal heartbeat, which usually happens around 6 weeks. That's established fact, Miss Abrams. That's an established scientific fact that doctors can detect the fetal heartbeat around 6 weeks. So why would you come up with the idea that this is a manufactured sound, a made up sound designed to control the woman's body? Why would she even say anything as stupid as that? That is just dumb. But let's go on. I'm not going to hold my peace with how dumb these Democrats are with the stuff they're doing, they're pushing. I'm sorry. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to even say I'm sorry. I don't apologize, because this is ridiculous. The article goes on to say, since most women do not learn of their pregnancy in the first 6 weeks, the law effectively bans all abortion in the Peach State. Though the law faced numerous hurdles, it finally went into effect this year after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Speaking with CNN, Abrams promised that abortion will be, quote, front and center of her campaign. So this is what you're going to do? You're going to make this front and center of your campaign? As I said earlier in this video, that's why you're losing. What makes you think a vast majority of women are all farting and pooting over this abortion thing? What makes you think they even sitting up thinking, yeah, maybe a small group are, okay, the activists that don't mind killing their babies, that want to push the abortion because having babies is basically an inconvenience to them, so they want to find easy ways to get rid of them. Don't make me go off, okay? Yeah, of course they will, but they're a small, minute number compared to the women that want to have their babies. They want to give birth to their babies. Just stop it. Just stop it. Here's what she says. Women deserve full citizenship in the United States, and certainly in the state of Georgia, and they are being denied that because of Brian Kemp's 6-week ban, said Abrams. We are driving not only doctors and nurses out of the state, we're likely going to drive jobs away, and that should be terrifying to anyone regardless of your political persuasion. Okay, now here she has a valid argument about driving people away, and people losing jobs. However, there's another side to that. And that is, I think several years ago, or when Biden was campaigning, and you guys correct me in the comment box below, because I want to make sure I get at least some of it, most of it right. I believe Biden wanted to wipe out fracking or whatever. He wanted to wipe that out. And the argument was on the right was, if you do so, millions of people are going to lose their job, or thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are going to lose their jobs by doing that. Okay. And then John Kerry, a Democrat, I believe John Kerry, who's a Democrat, got up and made a statement about how that, and I'm paraphrasing his words, how that even though these people may lose their jobs, you can always find another job. In other words, go somewhere else and look for another job. And he said it in an arrogant way. In other words, he was saying it in such a way that I don't care if you do lose your job. Go ahead and find another job. That's what he basically was saying. So what's my point? My point is, okay, maybe they will lose their job, but you can't eat your cake and you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't. You just can't. It just can't be okay for one side and not okay for the other side. Was it not your political party, Stacey Abrams, that said the same thing about losing jobs? I mean, what was it? It was. I'm sorry. The Republicans said the same thing about people losing their job over fracking. Okay, and yet nobody said anything. Yet you forgot about that. Now you want to holler about losing jobs. These people losing their jobs. To me, people losing their jobs over killing babies is more justifiable than people losing their job over fracking, which is something that people use in this country and have been using all the time, that kind of energy source. You can find another job other than helping women take the lives of their babies. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. It's a very strong opinion. Everybody's not going to agree with it. I don't care. That's just my opinion. Okay. But here's the deal. Let me continue this. A recent poll conducted by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and University of Georgia Survey Research Center found Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has widened his lead over Abrams, while Republican Herschel Walker has overtaken Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock in the U.S. Senate race. Gee, I wonder why. Because these Democrats are failing. Their policies are failing. They're failing. When are people going to wake up and see it? When are people going to wake up and smell the coffee? There's a reason for that. Kemp received 50%. Abrams received 42%. I don't even see how she received that. She shouldn't have received nothing. And 6% of respondents said they were undecided, Breitbart News reported. The grim results for Abrams led to one pro-Abrams pollster opinioning on social media that the AGC, Georgia's largest newspaper, had published, quote, bad polling, evoking one of Abrams' top issues since her first gubernatorial loss in 2018. The pollster added, quote, this seems a lot like voter suppression by poll. And that's the end of that article right there. But this is insane. And I think she needs to really find some other tactic to focus her campaign on. Because she's losing again, she's going to lose again. You can't help but wonder, when are these Democrats, these radical Democrats, really going to see the light? It's like they're in some kind of a zone or something and they just don't see it. Come up with a viable argument. Come up with something that most Americans really need. Like lowering taxes, lowering food prices, inflation, gas, all of these type of things that people on the ground level are dealing with. Why don't you come up with a campaign like that? But I'm sorry, the Democrats don't want to do that, because the Democrats are all about, a lot of these Democrats, radical Democrats, are all about big government, and big government costs money, your money, taxpayer money. And there's no way that they're going to come up with a program that's not going to have taxpayers spending all their money when you look at your paycheck and you see you don't have hardly no money. I'm seeing that all the time, and it ticks me off. I do not support any of these Democrats because their policies stink. Well, for one, I would never vote for the Democrat again because I don't agree with their policies. But at least give me something that's even. You know what I mean? At least even. Then I'll tolerate you. I won't vote for them, but I'll tolerate them. But this, I don't tolerate because this is not a vast majority of women in this country that care about that. So she's going to lose again, like she did in 2018. She's going to lose again. She's going to lose again and again and again and again until she can come up with a real campaign argument. But that's my opinion. What you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. God bless you all. See you again.